This is iAgent website going over best settings for Yoast. And Yoast is the search engine optimization plugin on your website. We've tried multiple plugins such as Rank Math and All-in-One SEO, and we found the best one for the Flex MLS plugin would be Yoast. So I am going to log into this site here. And so there are a little prerequisites that you need to understand prior to logging in, and those requisites are you should have a Google Analytics account set up, and you should also have a Google Search Console account set up as well. So I'm going to go here. The username and passwords are changed once the site goes live, so I just want to grab them and then paste them in. Okay, so now when we're on the Alaska Real Estate King website, and Yoast is not set up by default with your sites just because we don't know how you want to market your site. So first thing to do is go to SEO and then general. And then this is going to tell you if there are any issues with your site, and then click on features. So you want to do the following. You want to leave the SEO analysis on, and the SEO analysis is on pages. You will see it go from gray to red to green to orange. This means that there is no key phrase in there. This means that the key phrase is kind of used. This is a perfectly optimized page, which is green, and red, it needs some help. So that's what the SEO analysis does. The next thing is a readability analysis. So we'll click on the buyer's page here. We'll just click on that. I just want to give you a quick overview of what everything does. So when you click on readability, then you will see all of these, the sentence strength, it's hard to read, transition words, and all of that, which we tend to find is a waste of time, so shut that off. If you want it on, then that's fine. Getting your content to a green readability is extremely difficult, so I wouldn't prioritize it too much. Cornerstone content, leave on. Text link counter, you can leave on. XML sitemaps, you should leave on. The admin menu bar, leave it on if you're the only one on your website. The security prevents other people from changing information. If you're the only one on your site, that's fine. And then the REST head endpoint, turn it off, allows you to headless WordPress sites to use Yoast. So you don't have a headless WordPress site, enhanced Slack sharing, just turn that off. That's only going to affect if you actually use Slack, and I don't know who uses Slack for SEO. So then just hit save changes. I'm going to go really, really quick just because there is a lot to cover here. Integrations. Um, the SEMrush integration, turn it off, and the right integration, turn that off. Right integration is weekly checks to make sure your website's indexed by search engine. Actually, leave that on. Sorry. So SEMrush off, right on, hit save. Okay. Now, Webmaster Tools. So you can go to each of these sites, and it gives you the link here to create a verification code, an HTML verification code that you copy and paste into these sites. This allows Yoast to look at your Google Search Console, Bing Webmaster Tools, and Baidu is for other countries, and Yandex is kind of for other countries too. But you can go to each and every single one of them and paste your information in there. That is something that you can do on your own. The next thing that we're going to click on is search appearance. This is the title separator, and you can choose what other symbol you want. It's not that big of a deal. I tend to go with this one. This doesn't matter. You know it when you see it inside search when you're searching, let's see, hair salons, that this right here, that's that symbol. And again, you can make it whatever you want. See, they made there's a line, they made there's a, so it really doesn't matter what you choose here, but just choose something that you like. And then again, you could choose if you are a person or organization, and then you can select the user, select your own user, or you can leave it as an organization, and then you could type in Alaska Real Estate King, and then hit upload a logo, and then we will grab his logo and hit upload, and then hit save. Pretty simple and straightforward. The next item is content types, and now we're going to get into the nitty gritty of how Yoast is powerful and what you should do. These settings you should follow somewhat exactly. It really helps with search engine optimization. So generally, what we tend to do is we erase the page. So then it is the title of the page, a separator, and then the site title. So for example, it would be Anchorage Homes for Sale, the separator thing, and then Alaska Real Estate King. I am leaning towards instead of using the title, of using the focus key phrase. However, it should be the same exact thing. So down here, I would insert a variable, and I would say title, and then I would say separator, and then um, the value that's not listed here. And I'm using a cheat sheet on the left, would be number sign, search phrase, and then parenthesis, parenthesis. What this does is that this is the search phrase that you type inside of Yoast, and it should be used. So technically, we could dump the rest of this, and then we could choose separator, and then we could choose site title at least, or a better thing would be to use the excerpt. I can't say it correctly. EXCERPT. Okay, so that's exactly what I want. I want the key phrase to be used in the meta description with the separator and then the expert that it's going to follow. This is by default if you don't do anything. And so all I'm trying to do is I'm trying to set up every time you put a post, if you forget to do the SEO stuff, that it will automatically fill something out for you. This by all means should be something that you should do on every single post by hand anyways. But for just in cases, we're going to do it this way. I'm going to highlight and copy this using Control C on the keyboard, and then scroll down. So page is almost the same exact thing as a post. Again, we're going to erase the, and then we're going to paste that in, search phrase, separator, excerpt. Again, write your own expert. This is for just in case you miss something. Okay, my templates element or library, no, hide, and that's it. We don't want any of these. We don't want any of the template or the element or information in search engine that's going to be duplicate content, because we tend to use the same library for every single website, and these are not pages of the website. These are just library pages. The Avanto kit, same thing. We don't want it to be shown in search results, and then I kind of just don't care. If you really care and you want some consistency, if by chance they're shown, then I would just do erase the page, and you can really add, you could just paste this in. They're not going to show in search engines anyway. I don't want them to, but just for consistency, if you really want it, then you can do that as well. The archive, we don't want to have them in the archive as well. We actually want all of these pages to not be found by Google, period. Same thing with element or footer blocks. We're just going to add that in just for funsies, and then hit save changes. Okay, so that takes care of all of posts and pages and removing the library templates out of the